paying for the house on my own. Do I get a credit in divorce? Hi, I'm Bill Farias, founder of Farias Family Law. We got this question a couple of weeks ago. A gentleman we're working with moved out of the house a couple of months ago, has been paying the mortgage, and wants to know if he's going to get some type of credit at the end for coming up with all of this money up front to pay for the housing costs. Because he also has to pay for his own housing expenses. So he's having to pay rent for himself and he's paying the mortgage on the home. And so the question is, do you get a credit for this? Well, maybe. There are a few things to consider. First of all, is the person looking for the credit still living at the home? Because if you're still living at the home with your spouse and paying the mortgage and you're pretty much operating on status quo, it is much less likely that you are going to get a credit. If you're still operating as a financial unit and you're still together and that's the way you've been doing things, then it's much less likely. Another thing to consider is, let's say you are out of the home and paying the mortgage. You have to consider whether there should be a support order. And so I'll give you an example. If you're paying the mortgage, but you only have your children 1/3 of the time, and you are not paying child support, then that is usually factored into that calculation. And so if you are paying the mortgage and the mortgage is $2,500 a month, but your child support would be $2,500 a month, then it is less likely that you are going to get a credit for the payments you make toward the mortgage. However, if you are paying an amount to support the household, including the mortgage, that would include some type of support. So in addition to whatever support you should be paying, you are also paying an additional amount toward the house or other bills. It may be that the judge will give you a credit upon final division of property. And what that credit looks like depends on the circumstances. Sometimes it's for half of those contributions above support. Sometimes it's a little bit less. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Judges have a ton of discretion on this. But the bottom line is, if you're paying a certain amount toward the house and you take a look at what you should be paying in support and deduct that from what you are paying, whatever amount above that you are paying, you may get a credit on, depending on how much it is, the other financial circumstances. So the answer to your question about whether you will get a credit for payments on the house depends on these other factors. Are you still living at the house, first of all, and still a financial unit? If so, much less likely. If you are out of the house, the next question is, should you be paying some amount of support? And if you should be paying that amount, how much? Because that may factor into the calculation. And finally, if you are paying a certain amount above what you should be paying in support toward maintaining the house, then it may be that you are entitled to a credit. Judges have a lot of discretion on exactly what that looks like. If you have any other questions, you can contact us at 508-675-0464. You can email us at info@fariasfamilylaw.com. If you found this video helpful, you can subscribe to our channel and share it with anyone you think might benefit from it. And you can also find us on social at Farias Family Law. Thank you. Have a good day.